right, we got it out. Yeah, look at that. Big leak right there. And then I don't know how. All right, well, welcome back to Big Bert's Adventures. We are working on the 2018 Renegade, Jeep Renegade. The radiator popped. I don't know if you can see that down there. Yeah, on our trip, it definitely sprung a leak. So I'll try to show you the inside of where the radiator is. We got to take this front bumper off to access the radiator successfully. I've seen other videos where people have crawled around it, but it's just easier to take it off. And then yeah. All right, so here we are. Got to get this radiator support. So down here, I don't know if you can see it without a light, but you're definitely leaking coolant right down into the bucket down there. And this is kind of, you have to remove this bar, this reservoir, move the whole front grille bumper. That all comes in one piece. Let me grab a flashlight here real quick so you can see the leak. It's pretty obvious where it's coming from. Let's see, let's get eyeballs on it again. So right in there, right down in there is where it's leaking, in between the fan blades. So you can kind of see it. It's just running right into the pot there. So I'll bring you along as we get this changed. Okay. And so down here you have got a couple of screws here. Gotta take out. Okay, those clips pop. You can see that. I don't want to pull more than I have to. Okay, and then okay, and that should be all for that side. Let's go do the other. Big thing here is I got to turn the wheel every time. Oop. Oh, of course the other screw popped right out. All right. So then we've got to get the big screwdriver here. Get that. Get this popped out. Okay. Then we got this guy. So the overflow, I do believe you just pick that one up and it slides over. Don't want to break that piece. Wow. Okay. Something. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I think you can just hang this over. I'm gonna have to take it off. But okay, that's out of the way. Then you have this that'll come out of the way. We're just gonna have to work through the noise, guys. Sorry about that. But you got your quick release here. You want to pull the pin on it just like that. It comes up, and then you just work that hose off, and then you can take this and set it up here. So you get that hose off. Audis and BMWs have those. And then you can take these with our toolkit here. And seeing that comes off, so you just lay it around here. When you shut the hood, it doesn't get crunched. And then I do believe it. So you have your air, and then I do believe this just comes out. Yeah. All right, so we got the radiator. It just arrived. See if we can get us a knife to open it up. Is there a knife in here today? Let's see. Let's use these scissors. Oh, I know where a knife is. Never mind. Okay, so let's cover up any address issues here. Just going to yank this guy out of here. Kind of want to use the radiator as a road map for the old one to get out of there, because it's such a cluster. All right. Oh wow, it's not packaged very well. Holy smokes. Alright, but it is a brand new one. You don't want to grab it by the coils. Kind of insinuated that. So it does look like that whole thing comes out. There's clips there. Looks like there's something metal there. Okay, well, there it is. Let's put it in. Oh yeah. Now we got the condensers off. Look how disgusting that radiator is. Holes galore, but gunked up so bad. Yuck. Let's try to get this out of here. Okay, so we're here on a Saturday. I had to break the radiator upper and lower. I had to break the bands off because the Audi quick clips or quick connects or whatever the heck they are failed again. So as you can see in here, all right, these quick connects are really corroded here, so I had to break the bands off. Luckily I didn't hurt the hoses. All right, the upper radiator hose is off, and the lower radiator hose right there is off. I had to break both bands. I think we're just going to go back to American style clamps, and I didn't damage the hoses, so that was good. So now we just need to figure out how to get the radiator actually out of there. It's all unattached. There's all these like different ways to do it, so let's get this radiator out.
I got the new one in the mail. I tried to take this heat shield off, but I can't get the O2 sensor off. What a design, huh? Put that right there where the fan can't get out. Yeah, this has been a pain the whole way, so let's see what we can do. All right, so I got the mounts, the supports off the radiator. I think we're crossed our fingers. I'm hoping the radiator comes this way and out. Let's do it. All right, we got it out. Hopefully without breaking anything else. It did come forward, and got the fan off. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, test it. Sounds pretty good. No wobbling. Yep. And then we got the radiator out. So see, it was leaking here, here, here. And then I believe it looked like the bottom blew out. But yeah, definitely see it was leaking here, here, and a couple leaks here. And then, yeah, look at that. Big leak right there. And then I don't know how it was breathing, because look at that gunk. Yuck. So, all right, super happy. Made some good progress today on this radiator. Got the new radiator right there. I'm going to switch some parts and see what I can do. We're definitely not using these quick connects again. I'm just going to go and get some good old American standardized clamps and clamp the hose to these, because these are awful. I mean, they are so corroded. Yeah, they're just not, I mean, they're free and they won't even budge. This one up here will, but see how I busted it? This is the lower one. I mean, I just twisted on it, it just broke apart. So, awful. Okay, well, here's the next step. It was raining today. So I moved the Jeep up a little bit more. So, and then, let's see, got crap on the lens. But yeah, you can see how difficult that is, how tight it is in there. Oh man, what a job. So, we've got the housing off. I got to put the heat shield back. Got that flipped around. Got several things disconnected. Got the fan to put back on. We got the plastic housing. This was actually broke inside there, so I'm gonna have to tape that up. It's just so dry rot that it's just broke. So anyway, let's get to it. Out. Now we're putting a new one back in, and we're using some universal clamps, but you want to be careful when you put your radiator back in here that you don't ding it or ding something else in the process. And so you can see how cramped it is in here, and you've got your other two radiators here. One's for the trans cooler and one's for the air cooler. So yeah, so let's try to get this done. And so just gonna try to work these lines around the bottom. This is kind of how it came out, so I'm hoping it goes back in. It's just really tight around everything, and just kind of have to work it in and out here. Let's get this side
This side's gonna go around them and the holes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, there we are. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. So complicated. And I think it's gonna start raining again. Okay, so but you can kind of pull back on the radiator a little bit once it's in its support. You gotta work. You just don't want to gouge your radiator. Oh, hello. Okay, well, so much for being easy on it. Okay. Goodness. Let's get. Okay. Yep, it's going to be a little bit of a pain getting that in there. You got to kind of keep these hoses up. So let's get this put back in its sheath. I'm just wondering if I could stick the fan in its spot for now. Looks like it's going to allow me to do that. Okay, and then these hoses. Yeah, wow. Okay. Then we're going to have to get this radiator put back in. Okay, so we got this piece right here at the bottom. This slides in just like that. Just don't like all that noise. This one over here. I could get it seated too. Okay, and then you can kind of see it on the side here. Goes down in there a little bit. And then you can see these guides will go in there eventually. But you want to make sure your other... Alright. Let's go. Oh yeah. So that thing just gotta pop in there. Come on. Come on. There it is. And then the radiator just sits down right in there like that. And then the hose, hopefully, that goes right all the way back in there. Okay, so now gotta make sure this one's touching the rail there, and then this needs to go in there. Okay, with these two hoses, I'm being a pain in the butt. There we go. Okay, so those go in. This goes in. Oh, what is causing a problem here? There we go, just like that. And That's in there. Oh. Okay, and then we're just putting back our heat shield bolts. Here are my collection of bolts over here. Or did I take them out? Uh-oh. Here comes the big rain. I think I could still work in this. So there they are. There we go. Okay, oh yeah, it's raining good. Hopefully you guys can see this. Oh man. Alright, time to call it. Gotta call it for a minute. Problem is, you gotta have this piece out here in order to get the hood open. Kind of a sit down thing. Hey, so I got puppies as well, but that's Tinky. But yeah, this came off of the Jeep, and as you can tell, it busted. This one actually came off. The other one broke solid. The seal wouldn't let go, and it was really corroded in here, so I've cleaned it up a bit. But I needed to find this piece, or I needed to come up with some alternative to connecting the upper and lower radiator hose. So I've got this clamp here, but I was at O'Reilly's and AutoZone, and they said they didn't have these pieces, but when I went to look at their hoses, they actually had these connectors. But they were on other hoses, you know, not made for the Jeep. But I'm gonna cut this off and use this for the upper. And then AutoZone actually had this one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but connected to another hose. So, and you really can't get these at the dealer without replacing the whole radiator hose. So, yep. Sorry, you're gonna hear tip tapping from my dogs because they're all wound up this morning. I want to try to use that razor knife as little as possible. But just hoping. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, so we got the upper radiator hose on with the new connector, and we got the lower radiator hose on with the new connector right down there. That one's a little tighter to see, but they seem to be fitting pretty well. So we're gonna start burping the system and seeing if radiator fluid flows through it. All right, well, we are at the point where we're going to add radiator fluid to this guy. I've got some in the back here, so let's use that first. I mean, this is as much as I like that, I think. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and fill the reservoir. Oh, yeah. Okay, come. Got some new views here. I'm gonna look at these hose clamps, make sure they're doing good, make sure the radiator's not leaking. So, let's see here. Alright, we're gonna start the car. Coolant down there at the bottom, but the fan just seems like it's turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off. So not sure what's going on there. Guess it's just regulating it. Almost gone through a gallon. I just want to keep an eye on the car. Make sure it's not overheating. No warning lights. Well, we got what do we got here? Brake, seat belt, and then of course the lights are missing because the whole front of the Jeep is sitting over there. So, yep, that's next. Then we got to put the fan shroud in. So once I know it's all good, we'll do that. All right, so we're putting the beauty cover over the engine. I took that off just so I can get the heat shield off, but now we're putting it back on with all its required hardware. It's very important. Then I just cleaned it a bit because this was so disgusting. But you know, 180,000 plus miles on this Jeep, it's gonna be a little dirty. But not as, you know, doesn't look too bad for that many miles. We'll do a little cleaning here, but before we wrap it up, I don't see any more drips. A big fault of mine was I was filling this reservoir and didn't realize it has a fill spill here, and so I'm directly pouring the coolant into that hole and it's pouring it out. Alright, well, we've had it running for a little while. I've cleaned up everything, did a little engine cleaning. It was a little dirty, but so far so good. She's just clacking away. We got the fuel line where it needs to be. Don't see any leaks. The fan's running. We're gonna take it for a drive. Let's go. Alright, let's go do a test drive without the bumper. Yeah, that's a little crazy. Take it easy, because I don't know how much wind that shroud could take, but let's just take it around the block. Okay. Gotta work it out. The turn signal is obviously not hooked up, so there we go. All right, there we go. Let's go see if we caused any issues. We got a little bit of level change, but that level is right at the max line, so we'll just have to watch that fluid. Everything looks kosher in here. See any leaks anywhere on the rear or anything? Ow! Oh, that's right. For those lower parts, you got to get the flashlight. Just want to hit that with light. Looks good. Get up in here. I don't hear any leaks. Alright, I'm gonna call it. And then I did put a little more support. I put some Gorilla Tape on here because it's just, this shroud's broke, so, but the rest of it fit on there. Alright, well, we're out here after a couple days. Checking the reservoir. It's empty. So we need to get it back up to at least the marking. And then we're going to take it on its initial voyage. Won't take you long. I'll keep watching that. Alright, well, we're going to be running the car into town, and so we'll see how it does.
Yep.
Alright, well, it stayed cool the whole time on our drive. Doesn't look like any leak-ins. That's where I filled it up earlier, but we'll see what happens. Come back out here in a little bit. All right, well, we're out here after a couple hours of driving it and the Jeep. So we look and see. Looks like it's pretty dry up in there. The hoses have dried. The bottom has dried. Didn't see any big leaks. Or leaks at all, actually. You gotta make sure the fan's secure. That's good. The reservoir is it's still at that fill line, so it doesn't. I don't think it needs to take anymore. And see, it's pressurized, so that's the max level right there. All right, well, that's kind of where we're going to end this video. Thanks for watching. The Jeep Renegade 2018. Sorry if the video is not very instructional. It's just me, and I'm learning how to film and do at the same time. But yeah, she's looking good. No leaks on the driveway. Can look underneath it. No problems there. Now we just need to take it on a longer, more pushy drive and see how it does. So, but thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you make it to this point, and we'll get more videos out there.